This is Jane Wright, today to talk about detox, the self-treatment. Now, you would think that the human organism wouldn't lose its ability to drain or detoxify any area. But if you thought that, you would be not accurate. Because a lot of times, particularly with strong infective states, with an infection, each type of infection has metabolic waste products that are emitted, some of which are actually almost paralyzing to the capacities of an organ or the whole organism. And so we do lose that ability. And sometimes it just is not strong enough to clear things, clear debris away as quickly as is ideal. And so this treatment, detox, is to enhance that tendency. It's used extensively in my practice. I usually give it to the person to help to drain something like say, for instance, I just had a strong injury and my brain was spasming for weeks, months even on end. And so a lot of metabolic waste was not emptied out of that area. Well, then I might need to do a detox for that area for a number of weeks in order to just get it caught up with what normally would happen in a situation that wasn't encumbered. So, in musculoskeletal things also, and when something spasms so hard that it cuts off its own blood supply, then it's also cutting off its ability to drain and to detox. It kind of has a reflective correlation with us as human beings. You look at us objectively, you see that, wow, oftentimes people don't have the ability to really let go of something poisonous. This is just a bit of a correlation, but it isn't a kind of metaphor for what happens in the organism. And you have an area like the lungs, if they get really, really clogged up with material, then, you can practically just not get any oxygen at all from having goo in their waste products, metabolic waste. And so, yeah, you might want to be doing a detox after you've had, a strong infection, or with a lot of women at the time they have their menstrual cycle, they become, more alkaline, and that brings about certain changes, which makes a lot of bioaccumulation of things that, excess nitrogen is one of the things when people have bad cramps, reproductive system cramps. There's just this huge amount of nitrogen that's building up, and it doesn't go away by itself as readily. So in any case, how do you do a general detox exercise? I say general because I really teach people to go very specific. Like say, for instance, this is the therapeutic center for one of the treatments of the liver. So I would add that to the detox treatment to make it even more effective than it would be. I could also drape my hand over the liver, and I could get mileage out of both of those things. So how do you do? This is the main detox treatment that a lot of other things can be added to and are added to. And so you have your hand over the collarbone here. These are the collarbones here in the front. You have your hand here. It's oriented perpendicularly because the center is actually up in the air off the collarbones. So I've got a hold of it now with this part of my hand, and I'm projecting to a grapefruit-sized sphere that begins where the rib cage ends in the back, and goes up about 3 body inches. Now this is a body inch between these 2 points here. So it's about this big. So I'm aiming from here. I have a flashlight and I'm aiming to that. And then the question is, where is the detox happening? So if I have a sore throat because I'm fighting an infection, I'd place my hand over my throat. If I spilled gasoline on my leg and I wasn't near where I could wash it off, I might just put my hand over that site and do the detox. If there had been something infected for any length of time, I would do that. But also if I had an organ that really wasn't able to do its share of the load as a routine thing, then I, as a human being, might take that role on by assisting with this detox. Like, say, for instance, if you had a liver that was, crying out, oftentimes it would wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's the time the liver is coldest. So then I might do a detox exercise for the liver at that point and help it along, help that organ along. So as I said, this is the detox. I'm aiming to this. And then with my other hand, I'm deciding what needs detoxing. Anything. Could be the bladder, could be the ear, I had an earache. So that's what the detox treatment is.